Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios and the Boar's Nest proudly bring you the PlayStation Showcase with your host. I am OMD. He is Chris Best. He is the one that is doing all the PlayStation stuff because I'm an Xbox guy, but we welcome all gamers. Chris, what do you have lined up for us here today?
I love that I froze right at the intro there, but I did catch most of what you heard there. But yeah, we're doing Streets of Rage 4 for the PS Plus. Speaking of PS Plus, man, they released a slew of games coming to the PlayStation Extra and Premium um half or portion of the PS Plus era. And there is, I swear to God, man, it is like they read my wish list of games I want to play.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. We were
Yeah.
discussing that a little bit pre-show.
Yeah. Some for those who don't know, the games that we're getting, Monster Hunter Rise, and I know several people who play the Monster Hunter series are going to be jacked about that. Um, Football Manager 2024, and I'm not talking American football, talking soccer, but I've watched a few gameplays on this, and it looks like something I might try out. Just see what it's about, because
Yep.
I'm that type of guy that I'm not picky about the games that I play. I am and I'm not at the same time, you know.
Right.
We also have Crusader Kings 3, which yeah, okay. So in this game it says you assume the leadership of a medieval noble family, increasing its power and reputation through the generations. As one ruler dies, they are replaced by an heir who may have very different abilities or interests, forcing you to adjust your long-term plan. That actually seems really interesting. That's too bad, though, that it's only a PS5 one, and I'm on PS4, so.
Right.
Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6. That's a really stupid long title for just a Supercross game, but that's actually, those games are pretty fun, too, that we're getting.
Right.
This
I can
next one,
imagine.
yeah, this next one though I haven't heard of. It's called After Us. And in it says explore the corners of a surrealistic post-human world to give life on Earth a second chance in this touching story about sacrifice and hope. That actually sounds interesting right off that first sentence. And
Yes, yes, it does.
again, it's just a PS5 title. Anno 1800. Another game that's coming. Welcome to the dawn of the industrial age in this city building real RTS game. This is the one that I'm excited about, actually, because like I said, I was telling OMD just before this, I do enjoy these real-time strategy city building type games. They're very relaxing to me.
Right.
Um, and this next one though. This is a game I've said we needed since Grand Theft Auto kind of exploded onto the market. We're getting a police simulator, patrol officers, and it's basically Grand Theft Auto, but you're a cop.
Nice.
And I think that's intriguing. I want to try it out. Maybe that's the game we stream next week. I don't know yet.
Right. I don't know if it came out on PlayStation at all, but we have a trilogy of games on the Xbox called Crackdown. Now
I do know that game.
it's a third person series. I couldn't get into them personally. And I did try. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't try. I just couldn't get into them.
Mm-hmm.
But you're sort
was
of
it because of Terry Crews?
no. I love Terry Crews, but it's you're this overpowered cop with the ability to pretty much destroy anything you see.
Okay, so it's kind of like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like Saints Row meets Infamous, essentially.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
I know that there was a lot of in Crackdown 3, from what I saw, there was a lot of like wacky kind of things happening, you know?
Yes, yes. I did not try Crackdown 3 in any capacity. I did try 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. And this we got a game that's actually returning to the PS Plus Premium as well. And I'm very excited to be able to play it again, but Far Cry 4. I know OMD, you said you couldn't get into the games, but for me, the driving point for the Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 especially was the story between those two games
Right.
and the villains of the game.
See,
Now
I tried Far Cry 1 and 2.
yeah,
Even a number of
3
years ago on the 360, there was a trilogy pack released, and I believe it was 2, 3, and 4 that they put together. And I didn't pick it up when I had the opportunity because I could have bought it for somebody else. Believe it or not, though, I have watched the Far Cry movie.
There's a Far Cry movie?
There is.
Huh, I'm gonna have to look for it.
It's not very good.
Oh, wait a minute. I think it's one of those Uwe Boll movies, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I might stay away from it. I'm sorry, but I wanted to say the villains in 3 and 4 are the driving points of both games. And I can't even remember who played the villain in the in 3, but the villain in 4 is played by one of my most favorite video game actors ever, and I got to give him a shout out. One, Mr. Troy Baker. He is just fantastic in everything, every video game he does.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance, OMD, sometime down the future, I'll let you know when I'm going to be doing it. He plays one of the lead characters in The Last of Us, so I'll let you know when I'm getting started on that series, so you can watch that, or even join in on Saturday Night Gaming for that.
Right. Actually, during the year that I actually had a PS4, I did own The Last of Us. I actually had, I had The Last of Us, and I played that. I also had the Uncharted collection.
Okay, so he plays Joel.
Okay.
And in the Uncharted collection, which you had 1, 2, and 3, I take it, right?
I think I had all of them because I had 1, 2, and 3. I might have purchased 4 separately, as well as then the spin-off.
Okay, yeah. In 4 and in the spin-off, he's Nate's brother.
Okay.
But he's a fantastic actor. Any game he's in, I suggest you buy it. That's just,
Okay.
I do think he actually was in the Gears of War games, but I can't recall. We also got a pile of Lego games. Sorry, I'm chewing on a cookie here. We've got Lego The Hobbit, which I'm actually very excited for.
Yep. I'm
never
intrigued
seen
to see that one.
Yeah, I've never seen the Hobbit movies, but I love the Lego games.
For a guy who prides himself on movies, you've never seen the Hobbit trilogy.
The one thing that bugs me about the Hobbit trilogy is the fact that there is a trilogy when there doesn't need to be a trilogy for that,
Right. And I can understand that.
Because I've read the book. The book isn't that long.
No, it's not. Although it's taking me, if I get to November without finishing it, it'll be 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost done.
We also have Lego The Incredibles, which that intrigues me. Lego and Disney getting together to do a game. I'm interested in that.
Yes, I can imagine.
We've got some PSVR games here, and as I was telling you before the show, I'm actually excited that the PlayStation VR system is finally getting some love in getting some free games.
Yes.
And we're getting just simply a game called Kayak VR Mirage. And it's just, all it is you're driving a kayak and enjoying the scenery around you.
Nice.
And I think that's actually kind of cool. That's
Yeah.
that's actually a game, in my personal opinion, that would have flourished being released in the pandemic era, during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Now the one game that got me into the Lego games is coming, and you rest assured I will be playing it. Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy.
Nice.
You play as obviously all the characters from Star Wars, and you play through episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, beautiful.
And my personal experience from the game is, yes, it does have the Lego comedy kind of stuff in it, but it stays true to what Star Wars is.
Okay.
So everything, like, they don't skip over anything. They don't cut out key scenes. The way that Han takes out Greedo is actually kind of funny in it as well.
Okay.
Um, I can't wait to play it again. We're also getting Ghost Hunter, which looks intriguing as well. It's a late night disturbance call leads Officer Lazarus Jones of the Detroit Police Department to an abandoned school, the site of a gruesome murder spree some 10 years prior. What should have been a routine run descends into a disaster of supernatural proportions. That sounds like a game that, if it's going to be on the PS Plus, I might stream it around Halloween time.
Right.
And
I can't remember. I know there's a game coming out, and I believe it's coming out on all consoles, but I believe it's going to be releasing on Steam initially. And it's going to be done, it's all being produced and directed, but filmed through body cam footage.
Ooh. I kind of like that. There's actually a lot of Halloween games or horror games that I'm thinking about, because I'm going to put this out there right now. And I know that we're about 4 months off from Halloween, but I'm thinking about doing a horror game stream around that time. I don't
Always
know what
a good idea.
I don't know what game, but I'll have it figured out.
Well, there's always the classic horror series of Resident Evil.
That's actually on my list, because I did go through PS Plus earlier and saw that there are a couple of Resident Evil games there. I think Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Director's Cut, which is the Director's Cut of Resident Evil 1, and I think Resident Evil 3, the remake, is on there.
I was playing Resident Evil 2, the remake, a few months ago, and it was fantastic, but then I hit an area and I was just having such a hard time getting through anywhere I needed to go.
Yeah, I have the game somewhere too in my collection too. It's just, I don't know why. I just didn't finish it. I wanted I was enjoying it. I think I started playing it after I beat Resident Evil 7, and about partway through Resident Evil 2, I was just getting kind of tired of Resident Evil for a little bit.
Right.
Just needed to put it away, But last but not least, we have Daxter for PSP coming out. And I'm kind of intrigued about that one, because that's a game I missed on my PSP. And I've had a bit of an intrigue to try that game out.
Right. Now, with that one, would that be a spin-off of the Jack and Daxter series?
It is. It's just Daxter though, and not Jack.
Okay.
So I'm on the fence about trying it out. So I think I'm going to give it a try, see what it's like, and then go from there. But right now, we're going to get right into Streets of Rage 4.
Beautiful. Let's do it.
Let's go to the story, because I don't want to do training. Okay, so I got to set up a new game. I'm going to put it on easy, because I don't know what I'm going to get with easy or with hard and others.
Right.
I have a choice of 4 guys here: Axel, Blaze, Cherry, Floyd. So Axel and Blaze have been in the other Streets of Rage games, So I'm gonna go as Axel because I know him better.
Okay. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is not a tie-in, but in the style of like Double Dragon.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's in the style of Double Dragon. It's almost like the Ninja Turtles arcade game. Just straight up beat them up. You beat up a bunch of guys. You move to the next screen, beat up a bunch of guys. This game is tremendously fun, though.
Okay.
Well, this series, I don't know if 4 is, because I've played Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I forgot. I'm like, where's... All right, let's go. Okay, so square is your punch. X is jump. And triangle is like your combo hits. This is actually kind of fun. Oh yeah, and you gotta if you hit like say you see these trash cans here,
Right.
usually they'll give you something.
Okay, so this one, from what I'm seeing, it's certainly not as pixelated as it used to be, but it's almost cell-like graphics.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely definitely an
so that
improvement over what the original Genesis games look like.
Right, so that it could be obviously true to the story, but make it almost feel or look like a comic book.
Yeah. Yeah, actually I like that better because when I was watching some people play it on YouTube just so I can get a feel for what the game would be like.
Right.
And I thought it was more anime, but you're actually right. I don't see the anime really in it.
No, I can understand where you're coming from with that view. I do see it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being a huge fan of anime and not knowing a whole lot about it myself.
Yeah.
I'm aware of it, and I'm not going to put it down, but it's just...
This game actually plays a lot smoother than most anime games I've tried.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. The last game that I truly remember having the cell-type graphics that I played and enjoyed, I got to go way back, and I believe, I can't remember if it was on the 360 or on the original Xbox, and it was 13.
Oh, that was a decent little game.
It was. And apparently, like, I haven't played the remastered version, but apparently they, like, really messed things up with that.
Oh, the triangle thing I'm hitting is my special. And it's given me a warning that it actually drains my health when I use it, so I got to be careful when using it. Come on, come in. Why can't I hit you? Oh, circle grabs the...
Okay.
Oh, those dudes just got smoked. I don't know what that star does, but
I don't know.
oh geez.
Okay. Well,
that was pretty cool. Are you a boss? I think. Oh yeah, you are a boss. You're oh, I'm actually dying here. Oh geez.
nice.
I was like, look at my life, man. I got one tick left.
Oh, I see it.
Next hit, I'm dead. Fucking Orange Cassidy there. Oh, this apple, I'm gonna need that. Yeah, oh yeah, picking up the food that replenishes your health. That's one thing I remember from the previous 3 games here. I'm still not certain what. Well, I just got electrocuted by that.
All right, we've got Orange Cassidy. Now,
Yeah.
we were discussing earlier as well, as you mentioned the Orange Cassidy character. We were discussing AEW, and we did the game last week, and I mentioned that their wrestler, Brian Cage, has had his tights of late decked out with his name done in like the Sega block letters.
Yeah.
And designed to make it look like this game. Now, we don't know if he actually had any involvement in it. We know that that's something you had heard.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I heard it from, though.
So,
oh, you're the boss. That last person wasn't the boss.
no, that was a mini boss.
Yeah. This person's name is Diva. Whoever you are, you're gonna die. Oh, you're bringing enemies with you too.
She is. Oh, you've got an Orange Cassidy wearing yellow and an Orange Cassidy wearing blue.
Oh, jeez.
I get it. It's Mercedes Monet.
Oh, it is too. Yeah, okay, I died on that one. Oh, just like old school arcade, when you respawn in, everybody takes a hit. I beat her.
Nice.
That was actually, not gonna lie, that was pretty impressive, that ending.
It is also apparently available on Google Play.
Oh, Street Rage 4 is?
Yep.
Okay. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, I don't see myself playing this game on my phone.
Not at all.
Because I kind of feel like it would take up a lot of battery power.
Yep. Oh, wow. This is like a huge map for it.
It looked like New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Very much so.
Oh, now I gotta fight clocks?
It's the big boss man. Great trailer.
I just gave him the Glasgow kiss.
Nice.
Okay, this game is actually a lot of fun, man.
Nice. It looks it.
Yeah. Oh, heal boss man now. Oh, he has a taser. I kind of like that when you get that that moment where they're like every single one of them or all the enemies are in a line and you beat them all up in one shot. I like that.
Yep. It's a very quick gauntlet.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even realize it, but you got Conan in there.
That's who I was trying to figure out who that could be. Oh, now we got a member of the Shield coming after us.
We do. That's got to be Seth.
Yeah. I'll pick up your baton. I'm getting a lot of trophies out of this.
It's always nice when you pick up all that kind of stuff early in the game.
Yeah. All right. Come on. It's actually kind of fun beating up cops with a baton. To be fair, I don't even know what the story of this game is, but I'm just enjoying it, you know? I think you're muted, brother.
Right? Sometimes you don't need to know the story of the game to have fun with it.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like this is totally reminding me like old school Double Dragon. I never really cared about the story of, especially Double Dragon 2. I never really cared about the story of that game.
Right.
I was just in it to have some fun and just fight people.
Right? But there was a girl. There's always a girl. And you have to go rescue her because you're in love with her.
Well, in Double Dragon 2, some years later, I found out that one of the, because the story is of two brothers, right? And one of the brothers' girlfriends gets killed from this like rival gang. So they have to find like the killer, you know?
Yep.
Boss fight? Yep. Commissioner
Against
Gordon.
the commissioner. Yep.
Actually, that's another game series I was thinking about doing on Saturday Night Gaming is the Batman Arkham games.
Nice.
Hey, I'm trying to pick up all the money you dropped there.
I miss watching bosses like flash like that in a game.
Oh, me too, actually. It lets you know that you almost have them beat or that they're planning a big attack. Oh, that was a weapon that I... Hey, stop throwing me, will you? Ah. Oh, nope. Come on. There we go. And dies from a simple punch. Now I forgot where. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's not the bottle I have open. This is the bottle I have open. It's become so hot in the city that I've had to make 2 cold bottles of water for myself.
Oh yeah. I always prep my water the night before and then I leave it in the freezer overnight to have it work the next day.
I used to do that too, actually. And if I didn't have bottled water, especially if I worked at Shoppers, I always went. I purposely go into work about half an hour before my shift, go and grab like 3 or 4 Powerades from the shelf and buy those, and those were my drinks for work.
Right. We are getting an intriguing. I'm having to go back and forth between full screen and the normal screen to check for comments.
Mm-hmm. I've got my comments thing up here, but it's kind of hard with this game to actually focus on the comments.
Right?
Yeah, there's definitely a comic book vibe with this game. Cargo ship.
Definitely not something I would complain about. I like it.
Oh, I thought that was just something I can continue beating on. Yeah, this is definitely for me. It's going to be a game. I'm going to keep it on my system, but it's going to be one of those games that if I'm like, okay, I've got half an hour before I got to go do something, but I want a game, throw this game on, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that this thing explodes, so I want you guys. No, I didn't want it to hit me. I wanted to hit these guys. But yeah, that's how I view this game. It's going to be a definite, like, put it on, play for half an hour, and then just beat up people, you know?
Yep.
Oh, another game collection I have too. When we were talking about the idea of doing a retro show, I've got the Street Fighter game collection as well.
Nice.
I'm not too big a fan of Street Fighter, but
no,
if I can remember the controls from like Street Fighter 2, I'd probably get into it.
Yeah, I'm certainly not a fan of the Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat type series.
Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what fighting game I was a fan of, and it's only on Xbox now. Killer Instinct.
See, again, I tried that one when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sold on it. The two that I really actually quite enjoyed that were probably Soul Calibur.
Oh, yes. Soul Calibur is a fun game. And I actually did enjoy Tekken as well.
No, I'm going to put Tekken out of there, but I will put Virtua Fighter.
I believe the Sega collection that I have has Virtua Fighter in it.
Nice.
I might have to check that. Apparently, I'm the penguin now.
Yes, you are.
I've only died like once every level, I just noticed.
Yeah.
I may have to think about increasing the difficulty maybe on this one at some point. But playing on easy so that we can show the viewers exactly what we're getting into, you know?
Yes, absolutely. So if you had to give this a score, what would you give it?
I'd probably give it about a 7 right now, because this is a game, like I said, I would go back and play. Oh, and speaking of, again, talking about the retro stuff, I forgot to say, we were talking about Double Dragon earlier. I got Double Dragon 2 on PS4 as well.
Nice.
So that'd be something. Okay, I'm totally building a series off of playing retro games.
All right.
I might have to. I've also got a bunch of classic Final Fantasy games that could work too, but I think you'd have to make a series just on the Final Fantasy games, to be honest. The amount of stuff that you have to do in those.
Right.
The only problem I'm having is like when you, in this level here, is when you knock those boxes, you can't exactly see what drops, you know?
Right.
I actually remember this girl from the other games.
Yep.
She was just a regular enemy in those games. Now she's a boss. I had to unleash my special attack to get them. There we go.
That's okay. It doesn't look like it drained a whole lot of your health.
No, but it is starting to go down because these guys that keep coming in.
Yep. Well, you've just mentioned that you sort of have died nearly once a level, and it's usually during the boss fight.
Yep. Oh, there's an apple. I could use that. The apple and the food and all that, as I said before, replenishes your health. So use that special attack again to get it to clear everything out.
Now, you mentioned to me last night before we got into all the news about all of the games coming in Chris Best's wish list that you did have some PlayStation news.
That was the PlayStation news, was the releases, because I already knew that it was going to be big names coming to the system.
Okay.
So, but one of the names that I did read as a rumor, and I'm kind of disappointed it didn't happen, Resident Evil 8 was one of the rumored games to be coming.
Okay, so Resident Evil, I believe that's Village.
Yeah, and I've been itching to play that game, man.
You know, I very briefly tried Biohazard or Resident Evil 7, and I just couldn't get into that one. I think Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6 spoiled me.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the change in game style.
7 goes back to the roots, though. 7 goes right back to straight up, this is Horde, this is what we're doing with it.
Yeah, oh, I know. But that's why I think 5 and 6 spoiled me, because it was more my genre, my style.
Yeah, because it was more action, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's crashing the boat into somewhere.
The old pier.
Crashed the boat into the pier. So I've been thinking about this for the last couple of days, but what is one video game trope that you kind of want to see not necessarily go away, but not be utilized as much? I got one that I've been thinking about because I saw a lot of it at Summer Games Fest.
Okay.
Games set in a post-apocalyptic world.
You know what? I can get behind that. I mean, some are fantastic, but yeah, you need to. That sort of seems to be
That seems to be like, yeah,
the
I don't
general
know.
consensus of where every game is going.
Yeah,
As well, I'd like to start seeing more games with a straightforward campaign,
yeah,
as opposed to all of these games being open world. Don't get me wrong, I love open world and I don't mind doing the grinding, but it wears on me.
yeah. Even like because another game that actually got released to. Whoops! I accidentally hit the pause button. Another game that got released to the PS Plus Premium over the weekend was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Definitive Edition, which is the remake.
Right.
I've been playing that, and I've just been straight up doing the missions and just going from like mission to mission to mission, not really exploring the world because, well, at the same time, I already know the San Andreas map, right?
Right.
But yes, sometimes the open world concept, it's understandable in games if it makes sense.
Right. So far from what I've been watching, this is definitely, things are certainly increasing in terms of the difficulty.
Yeah, things are starting to pick up. Yeah, more and more enemies are popping up on the screen now.
Is that making it better or worse for your experience?
Oh, better, because I like challenge, man.
Okay.
This is going to make me think that if I get game over here, when we finish the show, I'm going to want to come back and try and do it again, you know?
Right.
This taser guy's got to fucking die, though. So I just pick him up and beat him with a bat. But yeah, all in all, I'm really having a lot of fun with this game.
Awesome.
Where do I? Oh. Okay, so that's a little bit weird. All the other holes that I've fallen through in this level, I've died. So they tell you to dive down the hole there.
Right.
Oops. Wait. Oh, I definitely needed that apple.
Yes, you did. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
It does. Okay, so I'm fighting Nicole Bass.
You are.
And I'm trying to. There we go. Okay. I don't. All these years with these games, I still don't know what the money does. I think it just increases my points, and that's about it. What the hell is this?
Cops are shooting RPGs at you from outside of the screen.
Okay, so I got to avoid those because. Yeah. there's a timer on the screen, or not really a timer, but a thing that you
Yep.
see pops up on the screen that I got to avoid.
Yep.
And see, that kind of throws you off, especially when you're in the middle of a combo, eh?
Right.
Because now you got to break that combo and run away.
Well, look at the positive side. If you're fighting Nicole Bass now, your next opponent is Sid Vicious.
Yeah, but Sid might not show up. He'd probably want to go play softball somewhere.
I actually just saw a picture of him the other night with like his grandkids.
I did see. I think I saw that somewhere too. Did you know that his son competed on a season of Big Brother?
Oh yeah?
Yep. And he was kind of a douche in his season. But he was a beast of a competitor, so I respect his gameplay at that point.
Right.
Okay, I need this. Because, like, this woman is kind of unrelenting.
I see that. As are the, multiple nukes being dropped on you at once.
Yeah. Oh, I needed that. Oh, did she get hit by them too? Oh my God, I can't believe I won that.
Nice job.
I lost a big chunk of my lives though in that fight.
I can imagine, yes.
I don't blame myself getting that C rank. The ranks this whole rank thing doesn't bug me anyway, so. All right, I think we got time for maybe one more level.
Let's rip it up. But yeah, rankings again is
it's an old arcade thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old thing. Like back in like our days of going to the arcades, getting those rankings, those were just done to see like those were just done to like say, hey, look, I got a B ranking. Let's see if I can go better, Essentially back then, gaming wasn't about like beating and finishing the game. It was about bettering yourself as a gamer, essentially.
Right.
Oh, I unlocked a character to play as.
Nice. As we head to the underground. The NXT underground, that as it were.
Stage 5.
It's Grayson Waller now.
This is much easier. I'm nervous about stepping in this ooze, though. Yeah, I knew it. I knew stepping in that ooze. What does this do? Oh. Throw it and it poisons your opponent. Okay, so I got to avoid like the ooze at all costs, essentially.
Well, you do, but you don't, because then you could become a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
That would be awesome. One of these days, I should actually play one of the Turtles games on this show.
I actually need to check the Game Pass as well and see if Shredder's Revenge is still there.
Shredder's Revenge is so fun. I fucking yeah. Have you played it?
I have not.
It's so fun. It's definitely a throwback to the Turtles arcade games.
Nice.
I knew that was coming. That's why I stopped.
Yep.
But no, it's incredibly fun. I haven't beaten it. Again, I don't know why I haven't beaten it, but
Right.
it's a total throwback.
Well, it looks like you're going to have a fun area to get through here in a moment.
Yeah, with that, I'm going to have to time that one. Or be thrown through it and then thrown back.
Nice.
Oh, that guy again.
It's Doink. Doink the robot clown. With Flaming Santa.
Flaming Santa. Oh, he laughs at it too. I love it. That was like perfect timing, man. I got to clip that 58:30. Yeah. Yep. That's a clip moment. Oh, oh come on. Up the ladder.
Oh, now we're entering the rocks layer.
Actually, it looks like something Avenged Sevenfold would hang out at.
Yep. And I have to admit, like, I'm digging the old school music in the background for the game, and
Yeah. That old school, like, neo, like, techno kind of sound that's going on.
yeah.
That's honestly, that's one thing personally, we're talking about tropes in mobile games, tropes in video games. Mobile games need to fix their music, because sometimes their music in certain games is just pure crap. I'm gonna beat somebody with an 8-ball. That's one thing I like about this game too, is any enemy that you see carrying a weapon, you can pick it up and use it against them. I love it.
Right.
All right, come here. What's this thing? Oh, I just kind of lit you on fire there.
It's Ravishing Rick Rude.
He totally does look like Rick Rude, doesn't he? Oh, God. I don't know what he's doing. I don't like it, though. Oh, God. I think that was just a bike engine that I just picked up and threw at everyone.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. He moves a bit too fast. There we go. That's kind of what I needed him to do.
Nice.
So that's 5 stages, and we have reached our 1 hour mark. Overall, OMD, what did you think of the game?
I loved it. Like, this was fantastic to watch. Brought back a lot of nostalgia and memories for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask, have you played the Streets of Rage games before, or?
I believe so. It's been so long since I've had something that wasn't always a next gen console at the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, let's look at it this way: the last time Streets of Rage game had come, which was your Streets of Rage 3, that was well over 30 years ago.
Right.
But yeah, I had a blast with this game, and I'm looking forward to playing it a little bit more, maybe finishing it up.
Yeah. From watching it overall, I would have to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. The music, the gameplay is very, very smooth, very enjoyable. I like the mix of how hard the enemies are versus how easy the enemies can be too.
Right.
Only some small gripes is that whole like I said, when I was beating the boxes and I had that thing in the foreground blocking me, I couldn't see what was being dropped.
Right.
But all in all, good on Sega for making keeping it true to the Streets of Rage formula.
Yes, that is fantastic.
Yeah. So what do you say
I wish Sega would not just be a game company now, but I wish they would be able to come back with a new console as well.
Mm-hmm. They have been putting out consoles, but it's been like those consoles that like, here's this new Sega system, but it's got like 40 Sega Genesis games on it. Like,
right.
Like the old like the Nintendo Classic there from a couple years ago.
I'm not talking about those mini ones. I'm talking about a new next gen type console.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, the majority. I was going through my collection today, and a good chunk of my games is Sega games. So
I mean, I can't remember where I was a few weeks ago when I found a TurboGrafx 16.
I wanted that system when I was a kid,
Right?
but when my mom and I went to go look at it, I believe it was at launch, so it was like around $700 for it.
Right.
My mom was like, "Yeah, that's not happening."
Right. Right.
But what do you say we get them socials out there, brother?
I say let's do it, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So
All
if
right.
the people want to find me visually, well, first let's start with the socials. People, you can find me on the Book of Faces, Daniel Hrycyk, Hrycyk, on Snapchat, One Man Dynamic, capitals on O, M, and D, on Twitch at OMD17, and Discord at OMD6370. Visually, you can catch me just about every night of the week if you want. Mondays, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke and the Bulkster for the Raw Preview Review Show. At which point I then jump over to Turnbuckle Studios with Chris Best, with Carl Carafel, with Chris Parrish, and with Bubba Duke for the Raw Patrol. Tuesday nights, 8:05 with Chris Best and Carl Carafel for Turnbuckle Talk. Wednesday nights, you just saw it right here on the Boar's Nest with the PlayStation Showcase with my partner in crime, Mr. Chris Best. Tomorrow night, right here on the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke, where we do all things Xbox. And Friday, Chris Best and I are right back here on the SmackDown Security Detail. And then whatever other shenanigans we may choose to get into over the weekend.
Yeah. All right. So, where can we? On which channel can you find the Boar's Nest?
On the Boar's Nest, you can find us at on YouTube at Bubba OMD.
That's not the Boar's Nest.
That is not the Boar's Nest. Or on Twitch at the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke.
There. Oh, that's not it either.
But you can catch our good friend the Bulkster on his YouTube channel and his TikTok, both at the Bulkster Show.
Yeah, there it is. I found it. So they're scrolling along the bottom. YouTube at Bubba OMD, Twitch at Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. That's where you can catch the Boar's Nest stuff on Thursdays. That's also where you can catch the PlayStation Showcase as well. I really gotta. I'm a little bit okay. We'll just go here. You can find me though at youtube.com at CBRS Entertainment, twitch.tv CBRS_entertainment, threads.net at CBestFilms83, facebook.com Chris.best83, tiktok.com CBRS.entertainment. Visually, you can look for me here every Wednesday alongside OMD as we do the PlayStation Showcase. Fridays, latest episode of WWE 2K24 My Rise is going up. As well, right afterwards, the SmackDown Security Detail comes live to you. This Saturday, again, another programming note. Saturday Night Gaming Uncharted 4 will not be live. However, there will be an episode uploaded. I'm just not going to be doing it live because of the fact that we've got, as we announced on the Turnbuckle Talk last night, CWE coming to our city, and I'm the commentator for that show alongside Carl Carafel. Monday nights, you can catch me 8 p.m. Eastern as I do the Raw Patrol alongside OMD, alongside Carl Carafel, Bubba Duke, and Chris Parrish. Trying to think. Oh, Tuesday nights, 8:05 Eastern alongside OMD and Carl Carafel, where we do Turnbuckle Talk as well. I'm also, you and I, dude, we're everywhere.
We are. We are.
And on that note, I'm having a lot of fun doing this series. Looking forward to doing it next week. I don't know what game we're going to be doing, but it is going to be one of the ones from the PlayStation Premium side of things. We're going to put SpongeBob off on hold for a little bit because there's a lot of games that I've got to make a decision on what game we're going to do.
All right.
But I'd like to thank everybody for coming in and checking out the show. Much love to you all. And what are those famous words that Carl Carafel says?
In the immortal words of Carl Carafel, the world is a scary place, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of each other. From all of us here at the Boar's Nest to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck. We out.